Welcome back. Today we'll be discussing the neutral spine. So what I want to do with this video is just give you a better understanding of what the neutral spine is, why this position is so important in solving lower back pain, and learning how to exercise and build strength without aggravating or stressing our lower back, and give you a few tips to help you find neutral spine for yourself so that as you go throughout your day or go through your exercise routine, you can be sure that your spine is in the best position to protect itself so we don't aggravate or injure anything further. So let's go ahead and get started with what is the neutral spine. So to help, I've got this little picture here. So this is an example of a neutral spine. Simply, it's the position of our spine where it's in its proper alignment. It's the strongest position of our spine. And so the first thing to notice with this is that it is not a straight spine. That's a common misconception or question I get asked a lot is, should I straighten my spine? Should I round my spine to get it straight? And that is not what a neutral spine is. So as you can see, it's made up of three curves. Just to orient you, we've got our lumbar curve. This is our lower back. It's got what's called a lordotic curve down here. As you move into the mid back, you've got a thoracic curve. It moves into a kyphotic curve. And then our cervical spine or our neck, we get that lordotic curve again. So this is the neutral spine position. And the reason why it's so important is because this is the position that limits the impact that goes through our spinal joints, our discs, our ligaments, just any structure down there in the low back. And if you remember, the overall goal of solving pain with strength is to limit impact that goes through your joints. So learning how to maintain this neutral spine position as you go throughout your day and as you're exercising is going to limit the impact that goes through your joints and is part of being able to solve lower back pain. So that's why it is so important. But what can happen is that if any of these curves get lost or exaggerated just due to spinal positioning or we're not paying attention like we should, that's when we start to get pain and just aggravate maybe any pre-existing injury that's there. So let's go ahead and talk about how to get into this neutral spine position in the real world, not with a picture. So first thing that I have people do is to set the solid foundation, and that is by squeezing your glutes. So what can happen with our pelvis is as people go throughout their day, their pelvis can be rocked forward or it can be rocked backward. And so again, if we rock that pelvis forward, what it does is it exaggerates that lumbar curve and you're gonna start to experience some pain in that low back. If it gets tucked under, it puts a little more pressure on those discs, which again, it's too much impact on the disc, which over time is gonna cause problems. So first thing we wanna do is set a solid foundation, and we do that by squeezing our glutes. So again, I can do it sitting here, just squeezing both glutes. What that's gonna do is it's gonna pull your pelvis into its natural position and set that lumbar curve up in the right position. So that's number one, set a solid foundation. If you're not sure what that is, simply just squeeze the glutes and that's gonna pull you into the best position for yourself. So that is step number one. Step number two is going back up to the top. So another thing that happens frequently because so many of us have to spend so much time at a computer at work is that our head starts to come forward like this. And so this is where that curve in our neck either gets exaggerated or lost. And over time, that's where you're gonna have neck pain, even mid-back pain. So second thing we wanna do is be able to tuck our chin. Sometimes it's helpful if you have a pole like this, put it along your spine and be able to just make sure the back of the head's touching. So this is the neutral spine position for the neck. So that's number two is, again, make sure that neck is in good position by being able to pull it back. And number three, we got to control our spinal movement from here to here. And you can do that with just a simple abdominal brace. So just squeezing our abs at the top and in the middle here is going to control any sort of spinal movement as we do things like hinge and squat and lift off the ground. So those three things are going to help you maintain that neutral spine. It's going to be squeezing the glutes to set that foundation, pulling the head back to make sure it's not hanging forward like that, and a slight brace to control any spinal movement. And if you do those three things throughout your day or while you're exercising, you're going to notice it's a really great way to protect your spine and ease any pain that you've been having. So that is the neutral spine. I hope that helps. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below. My name is Dr. Carl Baird. This is Solving Pain with Strength. I want to thank you again for being here, and I look forward to connecting with you.